Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Wednesday, the 5th of October. You can see we have some like 14 people on the briefing today. The Wednesday group are keen, maybe not watching us from Lasham at the moment, probably from home, sensibly, because they've seen what's coming with these weather fronts. I'll just put the overnight chart on there to show you that for 12 hours, these little waving fronts here and the low pressure system didn't really move, and it's been raining over Ireland and northern England and parts of Wales for that period of time. And then you run it another 12 hours and things start to suddenly move on. And that's partly down to a jet stream forming in here that really is driving the fronts now. And you'll see that on the 214 wind chart. So this is the main cold front that's lying out to the west of us at the moment. It's going to come through lunchtime ish and then clearing mid-afternoon. You can see this side of it still quite tightly packed isobars, and they're not that widely spaced to the west of it, so it's still going to be windy when it goes through. BBC was suggesting gusts of 30 knots even after the front has cleared through, and there's lots and lots of showers in there, as you would imagine, with the three painted on the chart there. The pressure's still fairly low in there. So we'll look at the METARs first, which is the actual airfield forecast. Odium giving overcast of 1700 feet and drizzle. Looking out the window, it looks probably about right. We're probably about 1500 feet and the same sort of thing. And if you track the METARs, the airfield forecasts west, you can see the cloud base going down. Yeovil to the 1400 feet and Exeter were 800 feet. So TAFs for today, predicted forecast for the next up to 12 hours. So Farnborough's really the important bits. They're sort of suggesting this is what we're getting beforehand. 210, 15 knots scattered at 2.5. I think that's probably a tad optimistic, but becoming fairly quickly 18, gusting 28. It's gusting about 25, 26 at the moment, according to the Lasham weather station. And this is more like it. Prob 40 broken at 1100 feet and becoming, as the front gets fairly close, 20 gusting 30 and tempo between 12 and 3, rain broken at 1200 feet, and then sometime after that going round to a westerly direction, 10 knots, and we'll see what the forecast updates, what they're saying after sort of 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. So we know that front's coming through. Upper winds over us, even when the front goes through, they're still going to be 30-35 knots, more westerly direction rather than southwesterly than they are over here. And you can see the jet stream that's been forming because the upper winds across the north of the country, 150, 130 knots, just suddenly driving these fronts through. So they're tracking fairly quickly. The sat pic just shows you lots and lots of cloud pre this cold front. I was here in the main band further out here, and you can see that on the rainfall radar. There's sort of two areas really. There's another one brewing out here. There'll be a small gap after the main front goes, and I think we're going to see more showers after that. So it's all about timing really, and whether we think we can get something later this afternoon. It's suck it and see when the front clears. But there'll be some quite intense rain on that. We may not pick up the sort of the real intense bits, which look like they'll track to the north of us. And you can see that this side of the cold front, temperatures 17, 18 degrees. It's 15 degrees out, my thermometer on the wall of my house at the moment. But if you look on the other side of the cold front, it's going to be a 5, 6 degree temperature drop, 12, 13 degrees when that front goes through. So it's going to feel quite chilly after the cold front clears. And top meteo, they're showing the cold front clearing us sometime in between 2 and 3 o'clock, and various layers of cloud here after that. But I suspect there may well be showers tucked in here. And they're predicting the heaviest of the rain is going to be actually going across the Midlands. So the rain clearing 2, 3 o'clock, and then behind that there's showers. This is only a rough estimation, folks. And the sort of Met Office were painting trough lines on there, so they could be anywhere. But that's when it's going to, well, they think it's going to clear us. And the wind gusts certainly pre the front going through over us. It's in excess of 30 knots for the morning, and then calming down a little bit in the afternoon, but still probably around 25 to 30 knots at times. Looking at that, and it not calming down properly until late afternoon. So potential maybe for something this afternoon, but it's only really just potentially flyable. Don't think there's going to be any soaring tucked in that, and still fairly windy. Okay, airspace wise, a little bit like yesterday, absolutely nothing going on in our area. And the ones further to the north, they're just things like South Surrey parachuting at the weekends, and Western on the Green have notamed that they're parachuting up to midnight tonight. So really quiet in terms of NOTAMs and airspace today, and that's going to be the case as we run through October. Operationally, I have no idea if we do go out after the front, how we're set up. My guess would be it'll be westerly, so we operate off the main runway. And there are no forecast jet movements, or not when I looked at 8:45 at emails. There were no flight plans filed. So there you have it, folks. Quick briefing today. Stay indoors for a couple of hours until the cold front clears, and then we'll see whether it's flyable after that.